Good morning, everyone. My name is Sumit, and today I will teach you about shifting cultivation and its impact on our environment. So, let's move to our topic. What is shifting cultivation? Basically, shifting cultivation is an agriculture system in which plots of land are cultivated temporarily and then they abandoned while post disturbances follow vegetation is allowed to freely grow while the cultivator moves on to another plot or land. So basically, shifting cultivation is the farming practices where farmers use some piece of land or plot of land for some time, and then after they left. Basically, these practices held in many parts of world and in India. So example of crop grown are as follows: yams, corn, or maize, millet, plant rice, beans, and bananas. And there are various more, but these are important one. Basically, there are many names of shifting cultivation. When we move from one area or region to another, the name changes. Most common names are shifting cultivation, also known as slash and burn or zoom cultivation. Shift, Shifting cultivation areas of practices are northern eastern area, Buldelkhand region of Madhya Pradesh, southeastern Rajasthan, and hilly areas, and western Ghat of Kerala. These are common areas where shifting cultivation are practices. So let's move to the next part, process of shifting cultivation. Basically, shifting cultivation is a mode of farming long followed in the humid tropics of sub-Saharan African, Southeast Asia, and South America. In practices of slash and burn, farmers would cut the native vegetation and burn it. Then plant grown in the exposed as a fertilized soil or 2 or 3 seasons in succession. So basically, you can see in this picture, this is primary or secondary forest where cut or burn of trees are happen, and short-term farmings are used to practice. And after completion of farming, farmers left the land and vegetation or trees grown once again after some time. And this is, you can see here, secondary forest are created after some decades or some long time. Geographic distribution, basically global presence. Shifting cultivation is prevalent in the various regions across the globe, notably in South Asia, parts of America, South America. Understanding in geographic distribution is crucial for addressing its environmental impact. So let's move to the next part. These all are areas you can see: South America, Africa region, and this is the area of India. You can see eastern state of India are very much practicing this shifting cultivation, and you can see here also Indonesia region is also practicing shifting cultivation. So let's move to the next part. Basically, traditional practices of shifting cultivation. Indigenous knowledge. Shifting cultivation is deeply intertwined with the indigenous knowledge of many communities. Local farmers who practice this form of agriculture for generation possess unique insight into the sustainable practices within traditional method. Then the knowledge passed down through generation often includes understanding the specific flora and fauna of the region and optimal crop rotation and the timing of cultivation cycle. Basically, indigenous knowledge where local farmers practice this form of agriculture and left left after completion of farming, and after some decades, plants were grown once again. So let's move to the cultural significance. Explore the cultural significance of shifting cultivation. Many communities view these practices not only as a means of sustenance but also as an integral part of their cultural identity. Ritual and traditional associated with the various stages of shifting cultivation may be tied seasonal or cycle or spiritual belief or community celebration. Understanding this cultural dimension is essential when addressing the environmental impact, as it required holistic approach that respect and incorporate local values. Basically, these practices are running on the basis of cultural significance, and cultural significance play important role in the creation of human civilization. So these practices also run due to culture. Let's move to our last part of the topic, environmental impact. What will be impact on environment of practicing this shifting cultivation? So basically, first impact is soil erosion. The practice of shifting cultivation can lead to soil erosion, especially in areas with the steep terrain. Basically, these practices dangerous for soil. Soil loses its fertility. Second point is loss of biodiversity. The clearing process result in the loss of diverse plant and animal species, disrupting ecosystem. Basically, through shifting cultivation, lots of plants and species are died due to these practices. Deforestation. Shifting cultivation contributes significantly to deforestation as the large areas of land are killed for cultivation. Basically, these practices also create a problem for human. The result of shifting cultivation is deforestation, where plants take a long time for growing. In this period, land is waste or waste plot of land. No other practices can be run there. So basically, our last part is water quality. Shifting cultivation influences water quality through sedimentation and release of agriculture byproduct into water bodies. Basically, water qualities will be affect both. It has a positive benefit and negative also. So it's depend upon area and region. So let's move to the next. I will show you one small video. Through this video, you will have clear understanding about shifting cultivation and its practices. So let's see this video. Ever pondered over the question, what exactly is shifting cultivation and how does it impact our environment? Well, prepare to have your curiosity satisfied. Imagine, if you will, a farmer, his hands caked in rich, fertile soil, clearing a patch of land in dense forest. He burns the vegetation, the ashes adding nutrients to the soil. This, my friends, is the beginning of shifting cultivation, also known as slash and burn or swing agriculture. It's a traditional method of farming that's been practiced for centuries, particularly in tropical regions. So, how does this simple farming method affect our environment? Let's dive deeper. When the farmer clears the forest, he not only makes room for crops, but also disrupts the habitat of countless creatures. The burning process releases vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change. But wait, there's more. Shifting cultivation often involves rotating crops, which means after a few years, the farmer will abandon the exhausted patch of land and move on to a new one. This constant movement can lead to soil degradation and deforestation, while the abandoned land struggles to regain its original biodiversity. However, let's not dismiss shifting cultivation entirely. When practiced sustainably, it can help maintain soil fertility and support biodiversity. It's a delicate balance, one that requires careful management and respect for the environment.
In summary, shifting cultivation is a double-edged sword. On one side, it's a traditional farming method that can support biodiversity and soil fertility. On the other side, if not managed properly, it can lead to habitat disruption, climate change, soil degradation, and deforestation. The key takeaway: understanding and managing shifting cultivation is vital to protecting our environment. We need to strike a balance between traditional farming methods and sustainable practices, ensuring that we nourish not only ourselves, but also the world we live in.
So thank you everyone. I hope you all understand about